In 1984, Diane Ott Wheely's father gave her some seeds before he passed away, seeds that had come from Bavaria in the 1870s. These simple tomato and morning glory seeds became the basis for Seed Savers Exchange, which has now helped preserve over 20,000 endangered garden varieties. That simple act of passing on seeds helped save America's heritage. Hi everybody, welcome back to Almost 2 Acres. I'm Carol, and today we're talking about something that's absolutely foundational to sustainable gardening, open-pollinated seeds. And yes, I do have some of those Grandpa Ott morning glories that came from Seed Savers Exchange 30 years ago. I've saved the seeds, they're part of my garden, and I've never had to buy those seeds again. That is sustainable gardening.
What are open-pollinated seeds, you ask? Open-pollinated seeds, or OP seeds, are varieties that are pollinated naturally. That means by wind, insects, birds, or even just the way the plant naturally reproduces. And here's the great part. When you save seeds from these plants and replant them, they grow up to be just like their parents. Same flavor, same characteristics, same plant. The traits stay true generation after generation. In your garden, open-pollinated plants are doing what plants have done for thousands of years. A bee visits your tomato flower, picks up pollen, moves to the next flower. Wind carries pollen from one plant to another. It's natural, it's random, and it works beautifully. As long as the pollen comes from the same variety and you keep different varieties separated, those seeds will grow true to type. The great part? When you grow open-pollinated varieties, you become part of seed saving. You can harvest seeds at the end of the season, dry them, store them, and plant them next year. You never have to buy those seeds again. You become self-sufficient. But it's more than just saving money. Over time, these plants actually adapt to your garden, your soil, your climate, your growing conditions. Generation after generation, you're selecting the strongest plants, and they're becoming uniquely suited to your little corner of the world. When you grow them, you're preserving agricultural history and flavors that commercial agriculture has forgotten. Many open-pollinated varieties are heirlooms, varieties that have been passed down for 50, 100, even 200 years. These are the tomatoes your great-grandparents grew, the beans that fed families during the Depression, the corn varieties that sustained entire communities. How do you find open-pollinated seeds? Look for seed packets labeled OP or open-pollinated, or better yet, heirloom. Many seed companies specialize in these varieties. Some of my favorites include Baker Creek, Seed Savers Exchange, and Johnny's Selected Seeds, though there are dozens of excellent sources. If you're new to seed saving, start with easy crops: tomatoes, beans, peas, and lettuce. These are self-pollinating or very easy to keep pure. As you gain confidence, you can move into crops like squash or melons that require a bit more isolation. Growing open-pollinated seeds isn't just about gardening. It's about homestead-type independence, resilience, and connecting with thousands of years of human history. For me, it's about holding seeds in my hand and knowing I can grow food, save seeds, and feed myself year after year.
Don't forget to leave a comment below. I want to know about your family's seed saving stories. Until next time, if you are a gardener like me, you want to visit Seed Savers Exchange in the summertime. It is a gardener's paradise. And we also want to save open-pollinated seeds. And let's get growing them.